Okay, guys, here we go. Thank you guys for hopping on today. And honestly, I didn't want to wait this long to talk to you guys, but I also had a lot going on this weekend, and I know everyone did too. And so I thought that this would just be a great time. If you're in an area in qualification, which we do have a few of those, which is exciting, I've welcomed them to get on the call today just because we've just got some emerging leaders, and we've got some new areas on here too, which is exciting. So I just want to make sure that everyone is really kind of on the same page as far as moving forward, because we are growing so much right now. It is so critical and so key for everyone to feel confident starting new people and getting people off the ground. And so that's why I thought if you've been in an area for a while, last year I started kind of routinely doing Zooms with the area managers and VPs just to have that time together, because that's rare that we get that unless we're like at a retreat. But I haven't done one in a while, just because summer was kind of crazy. And so this fall, just be looking for us to Zoom. I don't know how often. It's not like a scheduled thing, but I do like to routinely just get all together with you guys and kind of chat and talk about leadership stuff that really is only appropriate at the area level and above. I want you guys to know that I so appreciate you guys, and my heart is just kind of swollen just for the excitement that's happening and going to continue to happen. So the first thing that I wanted to kind of touch base on, I actually Zoomed with our RVPs last week, and we kind of went over the getting started stuff. I just want to make sure that, like I said, we're all on the same page with that, because we do have new people starting. So we're going to start talking about that, and then we're going to kind of move and talk a little bit about VP retreat and the possibility that lies in that and why you want to be there. And we're going to kind of address some things that you guys are going to want to know if you do want to be there. So as far as the getting started goes, what I want you guys to know is nothing has changed. Right? Nothing's changed. Nothing's different. Every once in a while, though, I like to rally with my leaders and make sure that you're confident in what you're doing, that you're clear on what you're doing, because it never fails that, guys, when we kind of do stuff over and over and over, sometimes it gets watered down, sometimes it gets looked over. And so this is me just kind of touching base with you guys, just to let you guys kind of know how I'm launching people, how I'm getting people off the ground, how we're getting people into qualification and district. Because, guys, with new people, urgency is everything. And as an area manager or in qualification for area manager, your team is looking at you as their leader. You are the leader, okay? I am a leader, but I'm not their leader. You are, okay? Your regional vice president is a leader, but you are their leader, okay? And so I want you guys to take that responsibility. I want you to take it seriously, because what you do does matter. And when you can step out of the shadows, guys, we've got an awesome VP team, and it is only getting better and better and better, I know. But what I want you to know is when you step outside the shadows of your VP's leadership, so whether that is myself or one of our other amazing RVPs, your team starts looking to you as their leader. Okay, and that is how you become a regional vice president in Arbonne. Okay, it wasn't until I stepped out of the shadows of Carrie McDonald's leadership that my team started looking at me as their leader. Okay, and I had awesome leadership in Carrie, and so did my team. But I also had to realize that I had something to offer too. Okay, just like every single one of you has something so huge to offer. I'm not saying your RVP doesn't need to be involved in your business. They absolutely do. They are your vision painter. They are your pace setter, okay? But what I do want you to know is that you have value to add. And until you're ready to step out in faith and confidently, and I'm not saying that you're probably going to do it perfect every time. I'm just saying be willing. be willing to create that urgency with your team, and to when you create that urgency, that's when you're going to start seeing people move. And when you step out of the shadows of your leader and become your own leader, you're giving your team permission to do the same, but you're also showing them how to do that. Okay, I have no doubt that my regional vice presidents that are direct to me became regional vice presidents because I didn't know I was doing it, but I somehow gave them permission to become their own leader because I decided to become my own leader outside of my direct. Okay, so that's what this is all about. And as areas, the way you become a regional vice president is by doing that. Okay, and the more you do that and the more you show people how to do that, the better it is. Okay, so so when it comes to the getting started, like I said, nothing has changed. Okay, we're just going to kind of go over this so you guys are really, really clear. I did re-record the getting started video. If you have not watched that, I would encourage you to watch it. Okay, because when your team is asking you questions about the getting started video and you don't know what they're talking about, that seems silly. Okay, so it's 20 minutes on the dot. Okay, it's not long. It's similar to our old getting started, but you have to realize that when I recorded the getting started, the last getting started was right when we switched over the system change. Okay, so we've tweaked a little bit. I know in the original getting started video, I talked about your eight clean eaters, and we've kind of transitioned that to 10. Okay, so things like that have changed a little bit. Something else that I added in the getting started video, you will notice is I really I paint the picture for area and what's possible, what going district looks like. It's 20 clean eaters. Okay, area qual is 30 clean eaters on your team. Okay, so I go through that. I talk about all of that, and so there were some things that I was actually doing in strategy sessions that I was like, why am I saying this over and over? I'm just gonna put it in the getting started video. Like, just makes things a lot easier. Okay, so the new getting started video is on our team website. Okay. So make sure it's on the Getting Started tab. Make sure you've watched that and make sure that's what you're sending out your new people, okay? The other thing, I'm going to do a little screen sharing really quick. So I don't know what's up with our website. Something's kind of wonky on it. So I'm actually having that looked at. See these question marks? I'm really wanting to fill those up. Okay, so getting started. The video is down here. Okay. Guys, make sure your consultants know about this website. Guys, we've got some great trainings down here that are great for new people to listen to. Effective follow-up, overcoming objections, referrals, quality reach outs, power of 10. I don't know why these say that I did all of these, because I didn't. Some of I think Rachel and Sarah and Ashley did a few of those. But anyway, these are calls that are 10 minutes or less. Okay. People can listen to. That is great training for brand new people. Great training. So don't forget about that. Something that is different, consultant starter packs is the same. I did put this strategy together, and I kind of got rid of the getting started checklist just because I didn't feel like people were utilizing it, and I feel like this is going to be much more effective. This is for you, whoever is strategizing, whether it's you or your RVP. I'm just going to tell you guys, if you want your RVP to strategize with your new people just so you can hear how this new one sounds, do it. Like, I don't want you guys to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm an area manager, I should be able to do that. I'll just tell you, in my central region, I'm strategizing with all new people just for right now, just so until my areas feel confident with that. It only takes a few times, and I know that they're going to be able to paint that picture. So the strategy is for you to utilize as you're strategizing with your new people. It's very simple. There's nothing. See, this is what happens is this stuff disappears for some reason. So You're going to answer any questions they have on the Getting Started video, help them build their why story. And guys, it never fails. Their why story, you guys, as you guys know, is so important for it to be strong and something that is inspiring and holds vision. Never fails. Some people get it and some people don't really get it, okay? And so just make sure you're really clear in their why story. I don't really care how they were introduced to the products. Like this, actually, their why story has nothing to do with the products, really. Okay, I want to know how they were introduced to the business, what was their initial reaction to the business, their turning point, which made them decide to start their business, and where they're headed with their business, okay? I know you guys know this, but I also want you to feel confident when someone sends you their why and all they're talking about is product. It's gotta be bigger than that, okay? So the why story is something that if you don't feel confident in, or if you still want your RVP to look through their why story, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure you guys know if a why story is inspiring or not, but if you want the eyes of your RVP on that, have their eyes on it really quick. I just want you guys to know, I was stuck to Carrie Mack's hip until I was past I was an executive regional vice president. Okay. Now through that, I started doing things on my own, but I stuck her to my hip until I felt confident or until she was like, Alyssa, you're good. You've got this. Okay. Did I mess up? Yeah. Could she have done it better? Yeah, probably. But I had to learn. Right. And then the third is just get a game plan and go over the DM breakdown. So the DM breakdown is right here, how to get to district manager. I posted this on our success line page. It's just a graphic image. And I have my new people just save it to their phone. Guys, I cannot tell you how many people have been like, oh my word, this makes so much sense. Thank you so much for putting it. I'm so visual and I have to learn that way. Guys, what I love about this is when you go over this with them and show them how they will promote to district manager, it gives them confidence that there is a simple plan involved, but also they know how much they have to have. Okay. And it's, I don't know, it kind of helps them have a little bit of personal responsibility, because if they're asking me questions about that, I'll refer them back to this sheet. Okay. Of course, that's after the strategy, like when they're working and they have questions about qualifying and promoting, I have them refer back to this and have them try to figure it out. Okay. And it helps them build some personal responsibility. So we have that on there. At the bottom, I guarantee you this thing is going to disappear when I scroll down. Oh, now it won't even let me scroll down. Anyway, at the bottom, sorry, this is so annoying. There is why to get to district manager right here. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm annoyed. Oh, I keep doing that. So annoying. If you've been on my strategy calls this weekend, you know, like it keeps happening and I'm about to blow a gasket over it. So why to get to district manager is at the bottom. And guys, it makes so much sense to your new people. When I show them that they get paid $48 for a clean eater as a consultant, but they get paid $65 on a clean eater as a district, they're like, oh, I also get paid on my own orders. Oh, I also get paid on my whole team. Oh, I can also earn a cash bonus. Oh, wait, like it makes sense to them. And so go over that with them so they understand why they need to get to district manager. Sometimes I think new people think that we just want them to get to district manager. It's not about us. It's about them maximizing their compensation plan. They're going to be doing the same amount of work. They're just going to get paid more for their work, right? So make sure your new consultants know that, because it incentivizes them to work a little bit harder and work with intention, okay? So there's that. And then I don't know where the strategy went. I X'd out of it. So basically I'm having them create their why story, and I'm going over the DM breakdown. When I'm on the phone with them, yes, that's on the Facebook page, Jamie. If you just look like at photos, you'll be able to find that in there. And I save it to my phone in my favorite, so it's really easy for me to find. And I can pull that up. When I'm Zooming and strategizing with my new people, I screen share and I pull that thing up unless it's like disappearing. So if you pull it from the website in the next day, it's going to disappear on you like that. After, this is all in the strategy, by the way, but after I do the DM breakdown, I have them start sharing with me who can you think of, who's already in your mind, who's already in your head that could benefit from this 30-day program. I'd love for you to tell me your first 10 that come to mind. Tell me about those people. And so many new people are like, oh yeah, so I've already kind of mentioned it to my sister and I'm talking to my mom about it now. And then my sister's friend's kind of interested. Guys, have them share this, because as they verbalize who they're thinking of, this abundant mindset is created. Because they're like, oh yeah, this person. Oh yeah, actually, I just thought of this person. So have them share that. I take notes. And so if they're in a place where I'm like, it's kind of getting quiet over here, I can reach out and say, hey girl, I know that you mentioned your sister was really interested in that. Where do you stand with her on that? Have you reached out to her? Where's she stand on that? I also have them make a list of 10 people for the business. Okay, so I'm already having them think about where that dream team is going to come from and who those first people are that they're thinking of. And I tell them, we're going to use these lists a little bit later. This is just to kind of get the wheel spinning in your head. Okay, just make the lists. Share with me the people. Okay, so the list of 10 guys, and I used to ask people what qualities they're looking for in a business partner. I stopped doing that. I tell my people what makes people good at Arbonne. Okay, because I know you guys know what makes people good at Arbonne. And I kind of say, like, your best friend might be fun, but is she driven? Like, is she willing to work? Like, some people's best friends are. Some people's best friends are lazy, right? So I want them to know, like, who are the most driven, authentic, servant-hearted people you know. That's what makes people good at Arbonne, okay? So I have them make their list of 10 and 10, okay? It's just a starting place. Of course, they're going to have to reach out to more than 10 and 10, right? But it gets their wheels spinning, and it gives us a place to start, okay? If you guys have questions, by the way, just ask, kind of like Jamie did, just ask in the comments, and I want to make sure I'm answering these. Again, I'm sure you guys are doing this. I just want to go over it and make sure everyone's on the same page. Okay. After they make their list of 10, we set up their launches, and guys, if they're local, do a live in-person events. Okay. There's just something about that. You can also do some virtuals too, but have that face-to-face interaction. You get in front of their people. Okay, you get in front of their people. There's just something that you can do in front of their network that they could never do. Okay, and it's powerful. So get those set up. I like to do those within their first week of getting started. Okay, and guys, don't make it seem overwhelming or crazy, or it's so casual. It's not a big deal. Grab a few of your friends, get them around your coffee table or your kitchen table, and let's get you launched. I'm so excited about this. It's not a big deal, okay? And when you make it sound like that, it just goes better, okay? And then they are going to, you are going to be working with them a little bit on their verbiage, and I have actually been waiting until they have sent me their why. They've made their list of 10 and 10, and they've set their launches. Then I'm going to help them with their verbiage, because if you give them a list of 7 things to do, it's too much. Okay. So after they send me their why and they've sent me their 10 and 10 and we've scheduled their launches, then I'm kind of working with them on their verbiage. I will tell you guys, there are some people that don't really need a ton of help with their verbiage. So I don't want you to micromanage it. I mean, some people are just like, okay, so I already got my mom and my sister and her friend. They already want to sign up. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay that they didn't send you their verbiage for that. Like, I just want you guys to know, like, it's okay for someone to text a few people and go ahead and have 3 nutrition ASVPs that are ready. Guys, that's just kind of how this business is. We're moving in that direction. And so, like with my new girl, my new direct that started this month, she's about to promote. I haven't looked at her verbiage. I gave her some pointers. And when I see that she's finding clean eaters, obviously she doesn't need help. Now, if you know they're reaching out to people and it's crickets and there's no new signups and nothing's happening, we gotta make sure that that's, and I feel like I can tell pretty quickly if someone needs help with their verbiage, because they're like super nervous about it. But I just tell people, once they've shared with me who they've got on their mind for their 10 for the clean eating, I'm like, okay, have you already had some conversations with some of these people? Yeah, I've already talked to them about it. They're totally interested. They want to go ahead and sign up. Great. That's great. Here's some pointers that I have when I'm reaching out to people about the business or about the 30-day, and I'm able to share them with them, kind of that flow and that verbiage flow of what that sounds like. But I don't know. I think every person is different. And sometimes you kind of have to take it person by person. Okay. So be willing to be able to do that. So do you guys have any questions about that strategy, at all? Once they have scheduled their launches and you've gotten their verbiage kind of down, then I go ahead and schedule their dream team. And that is, if some of you guys feel really comfortable doing those, some of you don't, and you are still having your RVP do that, that is fine. Okay. That's totally fine. If you want to try one, see how it goes, have your VP on it so they can add maybe anything that was left out, or they can at least share their story. I think that it's worth giving it a shot, because I think every single one of you would do way better than you think that you would. Okay. Okay. Any questions about the strategy or the kind of that getting started? Okay. Again, guys, urgency is everything. So as soon as someone signs up, they need to have watched the getting started video within 24 hours, and I want to be strategizing with them the day after they get started. Okay. I'm not strategizing with anyone that has not watched the getting started video, because there's nothing to strategize about. Okay. They've got to watch that, and that really shows you who's willing to be coachable. I mean, how hard is it to watch a video, right? That is a prereq for me to get on a strategy with someone, is for them to have watched that getting started video. And honestly, the longer you let people sit without you getting in front of them or your VP getting in front of them, guys, their interest and their excitement dies quick. Okay. You've got to swoop in and you lead the conversation. You initiate. Just because they've decided that they want to sign up does not mean that they're going to take initiative. They don't know what urgency means in Arbonne. Okay. So it's our job to go in there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. First things first, I want to have you watch our getting started video. And tomorrow I'd love to strategize with you, or we'd love to strategize I would love to strategize with you and and our regional vice president tomorrow. Okay. And give them a timeline of when things are going to be happening, right? So they know what to expect. And if you get off the strategy and they haven't sent their why and they haven't sent their 10 and 10, guys, this shows me so much. Within someone's first 48 hours, I can usually tell if someone's going to run or not. If it's like pulling teeth for me to get their why and for them to send their 10 and 10, are you kidding? How hard do you think it's going to be to get them to district? right? Like, I just want you guys to take these and just as a leader, kind of digest people's own sense of urgency, okay? They may do a little, they may do a lot, but you kind of take control of that as a leader. And I just reach back out to him and be like, hey, girl, I can't wait to get your wife's story and that list of 10 and 10. I'm ready to get you going. Like, stir the pot, you know? If you throw the ball and they don't throw it back, sometimes you got to go get another ball and throw it at them again. Okay. Now, if you have to keep throwing the ball, it means they're not on the other side anymore. Okay. And it's just, you're throwing it to no one. So, just take those and I don't know, you guys can read social cues. It's the same thing in this business. Social cues are everywhere. So does that all make sense? Yeah? Okay. The next thing that I want to talk about is the RVP retreat. And I am really, really excited about this. So registration is actually already open. Early bird actually is over on August 31st or 30th, whatever the last day of the month is. And then prices go up after that. So I just want to talk to you guys about this because what I know is that I have incredible leaders that are ready to go to the VP level and they're ready to rise. Okay. So there may be things that are holding you back. There may be things that you're scared of. What I want you to know is that is so normal. But if you just sit on that, nothing's going to change. Okay. And so as far as the VP retreat goes, what I want you to know is the VP retreat is my favorite event of the year, hands down. Okay. I know that the area retreat was super awesome and so many of you guys were able to come to that. VP retreat is a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. Just like an area retreat is different from a DM retreat, an RVP retreat is just a step above an area retreat. Okay. Not only are you getting to surround yourself with people who you've looked up to forever, those cool people that you want to be friends with, I want to promise you, they will be your friends one day. They will be. But you've got to go for it so you can surround yourself with those people that you want to be around, right? So there's going to be so many people there. I know Cecilia Stoll is going to be there. Deanna has an incredible lineup. Just the type of training that you get, the love that you get, the relationships that are created. I know that our VP team has so many great sideline sister friends and that is just such a special time to connect with those people. And guys, those are relationships that you will have for the rest of your life. It's incredible. And so as we approach this, I know in my heart of hearts that there will be a handful of you guys that decide, you know what, I am going to be at that retreat. And there's no reason why I shouldn't be. And so I'm going to go for it. Okay. And what I want you to know is it is not too late. It is not too late at all. Okay. And so this is what I want you to know. Everyone's organization on here looks a little bit different. But guys, 16 people doing their $2,500 block is Region. 16 people. Okay. And if you haven't experienced a power surge of sponsoring yet, you will. But you guys, if you have, you know that your team dynamic can change on a dime. Okay. I know Mom's organization, I think they added 6 people within a 24-hour time frame this weekend. Guys, it happens fast. Okay. So be ready for it and expect it. Expect it because the seeds you've been planting will sprout if you expect them to. Okay. So no matter if I don't really care what your team looks like. I'm not looking at you guys like psychoanalyzing your organizations. Like I don't even know where half of you guys are at as far as volume goes. And it doesn't matter to me because I know what you can do and I know what's possible. Okay. So that's what I'm coming here today to do is just talk to you guys about that and what is possible. You guys can add that. You guys could start as a team of 1 and add that many people to your team in the next 3 weeks. You can. Okay? I know that that's how Rachel went region. She went from a team of 2 to a team of 20 within 30 days. Expect it. Okay? Expect it. So, one piece of advice. I want you guys to be, if this is something that you want to do, I want you to be very, very honest with yourselves with who is working and who is not. If you're going to go to the VP level, you can't bank on people that aren't working. Okay? Yes, people raise from the dead in this business, but you can't wait on them to do that. When that happens, it's because you have moved on and they don't want you to leave them behind. Okay? So, you moving forward is the precursor to all of this change that's going to happen. Okay? I will tell you this, and I've told several of you this in the last few weeks. Your commitment to new will pave your way to the VP level or the NVP level. It's not your commitment to your current team that you love and adore and have faith in and know that they have potential. It's not that commitment. It's your commitment to new is what's going to pave your way to the VP level. Okay? So, the first thing you have to do is decide if you want it. And guys, and when I'm saying that, I'm not saying make the decision. I'm saying you either want it right now or you're not ready for it right now. You decide. Okay? And I will tell you this, I love each and every one of you, no matter what level you are or aren't. Okay? So this is not about me and you going VP. This is about you being ready to go and really rise to that occasion or rise to what you've been called to. Because I'll tell you what, I've had conversations with every single one of you on here. I'm looking at your names and yep, all of you about going to VP. And I know that desire is in your heart. So there's something, there's a disconnect somewhere, okay? So we've got to find where that disconnect is, and we've got to, we kind of just got to mold those wires back together. Maybe they're frayed out a little bit, but we've got to put those back together and get that connection going. So you have to decide that you want it, and I want you to be honest. Not just if you want it, are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to work for it? Because I'm going to tell you, if you're going VP, it's going to be pretty crazy for the next 2 to 3 months. Okay? You might feel a little out of whack. You might miss all the football games. You might miss the girls' nights. You might not have all the date nights that you were going to have that you normally have. And it is a season. It is not forever. Okay, but you just have to, I want you to be honest with yourself and are you willing to work for it? Okay, because because what it's going to take is you feeling out of whack. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going crazy and you're psycho. It just means if you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done. So if you've never put yourself out there to be out of whack, that's probably why you're not where you want to be. Okay? And this is just real talk. This is just me as your leader being honest with you because I love you. Okay? And if I'm going to sugarcoat it, that's not true love, right? Showing you exactly what it takes is the key. Okay? Like I said, the second thing is you have to commit to the work. I honestly, after this Zoom, and I'm not going to have tally marks of who did and who didn't. That's not how my brain works, okay? Because I'm here to help every single one of you, no matter where you want to go. If you want to be at this VP retreat and you're willing to work for it, I want you to reach out to me after this Zoom and let me know. Because I need a breakdown of your organization. I need to know what that looks like. I need to know who's working, and I want you to be honest with me because that's going to help me know what we need to build, Okay, so that is going to really, really help me. And I really, really strongly want to partner with those people that are willing to do the work. Okay. The other thing is just verbalizing your goal to those that you love and your team. Paint the picture. Guys, if your team doesn't know where you're going, they don't know where they're going. Okay. And it doesn't have to be, I will qualify for VP by September 31st. That doesn't have to be what it sounds like. But have you told your team that you're on the road to region? Do they know that? Do you continually cast the vision? Because this is what some of us do. We cast the vision. It's so scary, by the way. We cast the vision. It's like casting out a net. And then we're like, okay, well, there it is. Let's go. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, you've got to cast that dream daily. Your team has to know daily that you're committed to that. Because if you cast it out once and you just kind of get over yourself for 2 seconds and you're brave enough to cast it out once, guess what? They forget. Or they don't know if you're still committed to that. With your team in leadership in Arbonne, I will tell you that has to be casted almost daily. Okay. So you've got to cast that. That's a conversation that's going to have to happen between you and your spouse. It's a conversation because they're going to have to also know that things might be a little out of whack for a little bit. But what's in it for them? What will RVP do for your family? What is that going to create for you? I'd love for you to share that with me. If you're reaching out to me and letting me know that that's what you're committed to, you're also going to need to know why you're fighting for it every day. Because I'm just going to be honest, there's going to be some days that you don't want to fight for it. It doesn't feel good. You're tired. Someone quit. You're in a funk. Guess what? What VPs do is they do it anyway. And that's what separates. So I want you guys to get used to that and expect it because it is normal. I wish someone would have told me that. That's normal. But that's where that strength is gained in that. And guys, the last thing is just get to work. Get to work. Because I don't know about you guys, but I remember thinking when I went Region Qual, I was like, gosh, I wish I would have done this months ago. What was I waiting on? What was I so scared of? I'm still me. The only thing that's changed is the amount of volume my team did. That's all that changed. I'm the same. Okay, now I grew a little bit and you'll grow a little bit, but deep down, you're still the same person that you were. Okay, so it's not going to be a requirement. I don't really know what, it's funny. Sometimes I wish I could get into your head and kind of know, like, what's your thought process on this? Like, why are you hesitating to go? What is on the other side of that that's scary to you? Okay, it's interesting to me, and I'd love to hash it out with you. I love doing that. But guys, here's some things that I want you to focus on. Who are your next 4 direct district managers? Okay. Going VP means taking ownership, and what it really means is going area over and over and over again. That's how you're going to get to region. Just like the way you get to area is going district with you and new over and over again. That's how you get to region, is you go area again without the team that you have. Do it again. You've done it before. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. The way we kind of settle and at a place is because of that lack of commitment to new, just like I shared, right? Your commitment to new is going to be what moves you and what inspires your team. There is nothing more inspiring to your team than them seeing you in a frenzy in your business. If that doesn't get them off their rear, nothing will. I will tell you that. Okay. And then who are your next 3 direct area managers? Okay, not who you want to get to district or area and district. Who do you know is ready to go and ready to work for it? Guys, you might not know all those people. You probably haven't sponsored half of them yet. Okay, but keep that. I mean, this is what I do. I draw it out and I make diagrams like my circles, and I don't like circles without names in them. Okay, so you draw that out, and if you see empty circles, for me, that inspires me to fill them up, sponsor new people, and only people that are working get the circle. So, so guys, here's what it looks like. I want you to take where you're at, your volume, okay? You can do last month, you can do this month. Is kind of weird because we haven't finished this month yet, and I don't know where you're going to end. But for an exercise, what you can do is take the volume you did last month and subtract that from 40. Okay, that's going to be what you need. That's your growth that you need to see, right? So divide that by 2,500, and that's about how many new $2,500 builders you need on your team. Okay, maybe more. It may be more than that. But that's going to give you a good thing to shoot for, because the team you have now will give you the numbers you have now. Remember that. Okay, so if you're wanting your numbers to grow, that's going to come from new. And that new starts with you, right? When you know that, that gives you a place to start. But I also want you guys to do that with like your personal business. Like, where's your personal business at? Right? If you're wanting to go area again, so this is how I got to Nation, is I just went area over and 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 over every month. Area qual, promote. Area qual, promote with new and you. Okay? And guys, once you get in that momentum, the only way to stop it is to sit down. Honestly, just keep going. So do that. What'd you do last month personal? Who were your clean eaters? Who were your new business partners? And they're new, okay? I really focused on that you and new. What am I bringing in new to me this month? New signups, new consultants, and what they do. Okay, because all that counts. That's new for this month, right? Next month, it's new though, right? Those people aren't new anymore, and that's what's going to keep you in momentum, is really keeping your business focused on that. So take 10,000, if that's your goal, is to go area again in your personal, you and new. Subtract what you did last month, you and new. First of all, that's going to be a wake-up call, okay? And then see how much you need to grow. You need to grow, right? How much you need to grow. Guys, this is how my brain works, and this is what really kind of holds my feet to the fire. And that's what there you're going to see your growth deficit. You're going to see where you need to focus your time. And then from there, you're going to be sponsoring those new people. Okay, and that's going to create width in your business. And I'm going to tell you, as a region, you're going to want to have width. So everyone's organization looks different on here. Some of you have really fat legs. You're going to want some width, okay, or you're going to stop getting paid on some of that. Oh, I thought you were napping. Oh, you're actually awake. Okay, go lay down. I love you. Okay, go lay down. It's nap time. Great. Maybe I'm talking too loud. I don't know. But that's really where I want you guys to focus. And guys, I'm just going to tell you, I am determined to take some of you guys to New York City at Christmas, or I'm going by myself. And I'm going to tell you, if you fight for it now, you will also be in New York City. Think about it. I want you to keep that in front of you. So not only will you get to go to the VP retreat, you will also be in New York City at Christmas. And I am going, okay? And I don't want to go by myself, but I will, okay? I don't want to go by myself. I want you guys with me. And honestly, I have never seen so much for you guys as I do right now. And what it comes down to is you guys continuing to be excited about your business every day and showing other people how to get to where you are. That's all this is showing people how to do what you've already done over and over again. Because guys, we have needs all around us, people that need us to step up. And you know, sometimes it's really scary to do that, but honestly, it doesn't have to be. I want you to know that. It doesn't have to be scary. And truly, if you think about it like this, I'm not trying to downplay RVP or NVP, but all Region is a bunch of districts and areas coming together and rising to the occasion. It's you helping people do what you've already done. That's what creates a region. And that's what I had to do in my head to not make it so scary. Okay. So here's what I want. I want to thank you guys so much for taking the time to get on here with me today and just talk about this. I want you guys, if RVP fourth quarter is what you are committed to work for, okay, and there will be some accountability involved in this, just me being honest with you and sharing with you. I want you to reach out to me and let me know. I want to know what region's going to create for your family and why you want it in fourth quarter. Okay. And then I'm going to probably have you guys send me a map of your organization, drawn out with only the people that are working. Okay. Otherwise, we're filling our head and our heart with people that aren't doing anything, and it takes up space, and there's false hope in that. Okay. Again, I'm not saying some people don't come back, because they do. I did. Okay. But we can't wait for those people. Them coming back is going to be them being inspired by you moving on, honestly. Do you guys have any questions about any of that? No? Chris, you're so coachable. That's why I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I so appreciate you, and I'm so excited for you guys. I hope you guys have a good close week. This is the time to rally your team. Show them what's possible. If you don't show them what's possible, no one else will. You are their only hope. And so that's what our job is as leaders as we close out August. And guys, we're about to enter the biggest quarter of the year, and I cannot wait. So thank you guys so much for hopping on. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.